everybody, it's me, Courtney from Little Lamb Homestead, and today I am inside my apartment kind of just relaxing after work, and I wanted to do kind of a quick video, I guess, of my seed collection because I recently just purchased some more, and this is going to be kind of like a part one to my planning my fall garden video. So today I'm just going to be showing you all of the seeds that I have in my little shoebox here. And then next week I will be showing you what I'm going to be putting in my fall garden and kind of the timeline that I think that's going to happen. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I don't really have these in any particular order, so I'm kind of just going to take them out and give you a little close-up and explain to you what they are. So I'm just going to kind of grab a little handful at once. So the first one I have is freckle romaine lettuce. Hopefully you can see the picture, but it's really just this nice freckly variegated leaf lettuce. I'm super excited to try that. The next one I have is spinach. I absolutely love spinach. It's a great source of iron. I am slightly anemic, so eating stuff like spinach or red meat is really important for me. And growing my own will be super great because I feel like sometimes spinach can get kind of pricey in stores. So if I can have my own, that would be great. Next, I have iceberg lettuce. This is just your standard iceberg lettuce. This is what most of my family uses, so not exactly sure how much I'll use of this, but I know it will get used and my parents will use it. So next, I have some purple plum radishes. These are a little dirty because I've actually already planted some. Not exactly sure how they're doing, but hopefully they're growing. If not, I will try again because I have plenty of seeds, but I'm really excited for these. I've never tried radishes, but they look really cool, and if I don't like them, I know that my grandparents do like radishes. But next I have watermelon radishes. These just looked really cool. Like I said, there's really no other reason that I was growing these than because they looked really cool. Maybe not the best choice, but I got them as a really good deal at my gardener. Almost all of my seeds are from my gardener. He was doing a like summer sellout, buy one get one free seeds. So I stocked up on a whole bunch of seeds that I really wanted to try. So this is definitely different than the last video I did that included kind of like my seed collection. But this is my my current seed collection. So next I have oh my gosh, I really almost said the wrong word. Imperator 58. I probably still said that wrong, but they're just orange standard carrots. I did try to grow these, but didn't go well, so I'm going to try them again. I've got purple carrots because I love purple, so I wanted to try to grow as many purple things as I possibly could. Next, I have ruby red long day onions. I've never grown onions before, so this is going to definitely take some research. I am really hoping that I can grow some onions because my family and I love onions a ton. So, like, literally, like, the thought of growing stuff that we love so much in my own garden makes me so happy. But next I just have white sweet Spanish onions. We use a lot of sweet onions. I would say we probably use more sweet onions than we use red onions, but I wanted to grow both so that we could have a little bit of variety. Then up next we have Long Island Brussels sprouts. My boyfriend loves Brussels sprouts. I enjoy them quite a bit too. So I've never grown Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to be totally honest, I know absolutely nothing about growing Brussels sprouts. So if you've grown Brussels sprouts before and you have some tips and tricks, I would love to hear them in the comment section below. But this is definitely going to take a lot of research for next year. But I am really excited about growing Brussels sprouts. I think that'll be really cool. Next we have Cocozelle Summer Zucchini Squash. We love zucchini. My favorite thing to make in the summer is zucchini bread. So that's just kind of a standard zucchini, really nothing too special about it. This is just a wildflower mix. I grew these with my mom's daycare kids, but they're technically in my seed collection. I have Cracker Jack mix marigolds. I use these to kind of keep bugs away in the garden. Marigolds are really good about keeping pests away from tomatoes and stuff. I'm not exactly sure how well they're doing, but they're definitely very pretty in the garden, so I'm not going to complain. Next, I just have some Ferrymore dill seeds. I wanted to make dill pickles, and I saw them at Lowe's one day and just figured I'd pick some up. So next I have cilantro. This is for my salsa. I did harvest some of this the other day, and I have a ton of seeds left. So a lot of the seeds that I bought this year and used this year, I'll end up using again next year, which I love because these seeds, like the seed packet right here is 99 cents, and I can get about 2 years out of it. And the thing about heirloom tomatoes is you can, well, heirloom really anything, you can save the seeds and it'll grow the exact same thing next year. So if you want to take the time to save seeds, you're investing 99 cents in a vegetable or fruit one time, and you can get pretty much endless amounts of seeds. You could potentially give seeds away if you have too many. So I guess I'll just show you this one. This is the Tiny Tim tomato. This is a almost micro cherry tomato. I bought Tommy Toe tomatoes this year, and I have one plant in my garden, and I got them kind of switched up. So I thought that I had this one, but I didn't. So this will go in next year's garden, but I'm really excited to have some micro, like really small cherry tomatoes because I think they're going to be really cute. Okay, sorry if things are a little bit different. My battery died, so I had to change it out, and I wasn't exactly sure how zoomed in I was, but hopefully it's not too big of a difference. Next I have Aunt Molly's ground cherries. I have heard really amazing things about ground cherries. I'm primarily growing these because of Roots and Refuge Farm. They call them garden candy. So I'm really excited to try and grow them next year. Unfortunately, we just have such a short growing period in New York. I couldn't get them in the ground this year. But those will be highly anticipated next year. Next is Old German Tomato. I pretty much picked this one because it looked cool. I really liked the red and yellow striping on the tomatoes. To be completely honest, when I was buying tomatoes during the sale, I really didn't consider taste too much. I tried to pick tomatoes that I heard tasted good, but I also just really wanted some pretty tomatoes. Because it was a sale, I figured I could splurge on some tomatoes that maybe didn't taste the best, but looked really pretty. Because I did buy tomatoes that I know taste very good, but I got some that I wasn't sure about because I knew they looked really pretty. But I think that's okay to splurge a little bit and buy something that just makes you happy. And I'm sure they're going to taste good too. I just don't know. I have no reference. This is one that I have heard a lot about. This is the Brandywine Pink Tomato. I am really excited to see this. My mom likes the color pink, so I'm hoping that she can have some pink tomato sandwiches. The next one is pineapple tomatoes. I heard these are really good, and I am really excited to see what pineapple tomatoes taste like. I've heard that they kind of taste like pineapples, like they're kind of a little bit more acidic, but sweet. So I'm really hoping that these grow well and that I can try them. So this is the tomato. This is what I have in the garden this year. I am really excited. I only ended up getting one plant of the tomato, so I don't know exactly how well it's going to, like how it's going to produce. If you watched my garden tour, you know that it's a lot smaller than some of the other tomato plants. And when I planted it in the ground, I really wasn't sure if it was going to survive or not. So if you want to see that, I'm going to link it up top so that you can easily go find that video. Next, I have a Chadwick cherry tomato, which is more of just like your standard cherry tomato. I love cherry tomatoes. As a kid, I used to go out in the garden and just eat them. I still like to do that sometimes, but we haven't had a garden in so long that I have kind of missed the abundance of cherry tomatoes. So I have 2 Chadwick cherry tomatoes, and I'm really hoping that they produce a lot. Next, I have the New Yorker tomato. This is, I think, just your standard vine tomato. Like if you're going to go to the store and buy it on the vine, I think this is very similar. However, I'm growing it myself, so it means a lot more to me personally. Next is the Homestead tomato. I really only bought this one because I want to have a homestead one day, and I thought I could speak it into existence if I planted homestead tomatoes. And they have actually done really well in the garden this year, so I'm really happy. And then I have just your regular Roma tomatoes. I have really big plans to make like spaghetti sauces and salsas and stuff out of this. Next, I have the Ashley cucumber. I got these a little bit late, so they didn't go in the ground this year, but they will next year. And then I have Boston pickling cucumbers. I started these indoors, and then I transplanted them a little bit too early, and they all died. So the cucumbers that are in the garden right now are my dad's that he got at a big box store. I don't know the exact brand or breed of cucumber, but I know that they're just a standard slicing cucumber. Next are Ferrymore banana pepper seeds. These did amazing. My banana peppers are doing great. Next, I have a bell pepper color mix. I ended up putting a lot of these in my garden because I really wanted purple bell peppers. I won't know what color my bell peppers are until they start producing, so I could potentially have, you know, all yellow or all green, and that's why I'm kind of regretting doing a seed mix. But this is the first thing that I could get my hands on when it was time to plant my peppers, and I had to start them fairly quickly. Like when I decided that I was going to grow a garden, I pretty much had to get peppers growing at that time, because like I was getting really close to the time where like my first frost date was about a month away, and I needed enough time to get them big enough to go into the ground. But I did buy some more peppers. I did get Purple Beauty sweet peppers. These are 100% purple bell peppers. So next year when I plant my peppers, I will know for sure that I'm getting purple bell peppers. So I'm really excited for that. Like I said, my goal is to have as many purple vegetables as I possibly can. I do need to get some purple tomatoes. I don't know why I didn't buy any of those, but it's okay. Next I got pepperoni peppers. These are more for my boyfriend. He loves pepperonis. I think they're a little bit too spicy, but I like to make him happy, so I will give him some space in the garden. Well, I will make space for his food in my garden because he doesn't garden. But he did help me, so I do have to thank him for that. And then I did get some new heirloom banana pepper seeds. I'm really interested to see how these ones do compared to the ones that I got at a big box store. The next one I have are Anaheim peppers. They did okay. I think I started my peppers too late, honestly. So they're doing a little bit of catch up in the garden right now, but that's okay. Next are my jalapeno peppers. Again, I think I started them a little bit too late, but there's really not much I can do about it. So I have Dixie Queen watermelon. I planted this in my garden this year. However, the only way that we can grow watermelon here in New York is if we have a really long and really hot summer. And we've already lost a month. Normally June is a lot warmer than it was this year. And there's not usually as much rain. So there's pretty much no way that I'm going to grow watermelon this year. They are fighting to stay alive in the garden, but there's been absolutely no growth. So they haven't died, but they have not gotten any bigger, and they're definitely not where they need to be. So I'm not getting any watermelon out of the garden this year, but that's okay. I tried. And I will probably try again next year, but that's okay. Next I have dragon's tongue beans. I think these look really cool, and I'm super excited to try them. I kind of ran out of space for them this year, so I didn't end up getting them into the ground, but that's okay. Like I said, this year is very much a year of experimentation for me. So I am learning or relearning when to plant things, and what things do best in my area. And this year has been extremely hard, not just for like New Yorkers, but there has been extreme amounts of flooding and, pests all over. So this year has just been really hard to grow in, and I understand that, so I'm not getting discouraged at all. But this year is really big about just seeing what grows, and then next year I'm going to have a better attack plan, and hopefully a better growing season. Next I have my Royal Burgundy bush beans. I did end up getting some of these in the garden, so I'm really excited to see how those do. I have Blue Lake bean. These are a pole bean. I have 2 plants growing. There was kind of a mix-up in the garden where I thought the seedlings were peas, but they were actually beans, and so I ended up planting 2 rows of peas. Oh well. I have more peas now. It's not a big deal. I like peas. I actually need to buy more peas, I guess. But yeah, my last pack here is sugar snap peas. I don't have a lot left in here. I only have maybe like 3 or 4, so I might have to buy a couple if I plan on putting these in my fall garden. But yeah, so this is basically like a part 1 to my fall garden plan. So next week I will be back showing you exactly what I'm planning in my fall garden and kind of my expected timeline for that. If I'm going to start stuff inside or if I'm not. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit more low-key. I mean, I'm in sweatpants and a nightshirt Well, not like a nightshirt, but I'm basically in my pajamas. I hope you guys don't mind a little bit more low-key video. This is kind of what some of them are going to be if I'm having a busy week. So I guess if you don't like it, then I don't know, I'm sorry. Please leave some suggestions down below of what you'd like to see more of or what I can improve on, because I'd love to learn. I've been really enjoying making videos, but at this point I feel like I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!